Hell yeah.
Oh, I'm not gonna hear from you for a week. Recording me. I look like shit right now. I hate it.
At least he can watch it back, like, and then see your face. Like,
Ew.
I just.
Yo. Yeah, you're gonna be a good boy. This is the last you'll see of him. Because he's taking the camera. And then it's gonna be the grand show. Oh God. Hi everybody. Let's go to Boundary Waters, my dude. Cattleman's cut. You can stop filming.
Get the Nick sticks for you, Grant.
After Caesar does what Caesar does, it's some terrible
Notch. Trying to get it to swing back. Might be able to get back and get it from over here. We'd just beat the Lutherans. Looking good. Goodbye, bunkhouse. This is not captivating footage.
Our boat won't start, so we gotta get to another boat. You know, things happen.
What's the acronym?
B-O-A-T. Let's go boat.
Bring out another 1,000.
Bring out another 1,000. I do like that. So, you know, the best days, the day you buy the boat, the day you sell it. No? The new boat. That's how you do it. Next time we'll just take a motorboat up here, man. We won't have to deal with these paddles. Way easier.
We have paddles though.
Oh, do you paddle? Like this, you know? Like. Sunlight dancing on Z's hair. It's beautiful. Oh, no worries.
I mean, it's. What is it?
We're expecting it's like 6.6 miles, something like that.
Yeah, it's honestly like.
Hell yeah.
Not gonna be very much of you on that footage.
I'm getting selfies all the time. Look at me. There's not going to be a lot of me doing anything on this footage. Yeah. This is the first portage. Take 2. So, we just did the first portage, the first half of our first portage. Because we only got one canoe. But fucking, this guy double packs, and he helped carry the canoe, and he took the back of the canoe, which is harder. That was hard. We gotta do it again. This fucking madman did that whole double pack carry and held the back of my boat, and this is rocky, rugged terrain, and he's wearing Crocs.
I think it's just a testament to Crocs and their incredible engineering.
That's good. get a little action shot of us.
Okay.
Well, thank you for that. That'll help actually keep it, you know, from going all nimbly-bimbly. Look at him go. Godspeed, canoesman.
Stand by.
Yeah. Oh, you were good. You were just up against the log back there. There you go, buddy. Alright, I'm gonna pretend to walk away from the camera. We're totally leaving right now. Who's gonna come get the camera? Nobody will ever know. Alright, I'm gonna go back and get the camera now. Oh, buddy. Is this a bad plan? Maybe.
What?
Maybe fine.
No, it's a scratch.
Yeah, that's not a gouge or anything.
No, I was my hand.
Yeah.
Slamming into it. No, it's not ready for it to just slip back.
Oh no. Boom. Look at this guy. First portage is done. I mean portage. No. All right. It's definitely easier to come up the other way. You're good. I mean, there's like a really nice fire pit here.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing the tents can go back here, so I'm gonna check that out.
Yeah.
But it might be tight. A little too close for hammocks, maybe. There's two okay looking spots. You ready? Oh, why thank you. Ooh. This spot there looks like a canoe spot. I don't know what I was thinking. I'm happy with it for now. We should maybe move it. Cause it's, yeah, like the wind is a little giving me pause for a second. Amenities. Oh yeah, I had 4 beers last night. Don't tell Anna.
Yeah, that'll be nice.
We get to have a fire. Thank you. This is a good place. The good place. We made it to Grandpa Lake, everybody. Okay, real talk. It's late in the day on the first day of the Boundary Waters. It's probably like 6 o'clock or something like that. The sun's starting to go down, and a few hours ago we went out. We found our campsite and we set up camp, and then we went out on a little water run to the middle of the lake, and Z-Dork lost his paddle, and we looked for it and looked for it, but I only had one paddle, so he was holding onto my boat, and I was trying to paddle us back, you know, we were just paddling around, like, trying to fucking look for his paddle, and the wind was blowing me around and stuff, and I was just bushed from the day. Like, we had really hard portage to get here, and I was exhausted, and my arms were just going to, like, rubber, and so we just had to paddle back to camp, get some food, and, you know, we were, you know, the wind was blowing pretty strong, so we hoped that it was up along the shore, and Z-Dork just went out after our dinner, and it looks like he just found his paddle. So, the adventure's back on. I'm pretty pleased about that. I think he will be too. Goodbye, video. Today is a good day. Here he returns triumphant. The adventure will continue. That was some true anxiety for a couple of hours that we had. We were devising ways to make a paddle out of one of my dinner plates and a stick, and I think that would have gotten him back home, but we sure wouldn't have had a good time. Fuck yeah, buddy. Well, you got your leash ready now, so
Yeah, it's never,
this is never gonna happen again.
Never.
Look, he's got a triple.
No, you can't count, son.
Oh, it's 4. It's a quad.
Line that's quadded over.
Oh, it's so good. Oh, I'm so happy, dude. I'm so relieved.
You said earlier that to experience true joy, that wasn't a lie.
For real, dude. You, that whoop. I wish I had been filming. That's great,
the
man.
Scream?
The scream. Yeah.
I
Sweet relief. Yeah, right. I heard my echo. Like, I was like, whoa. I bet you some other campsites heard that. That's all right, though. That's all right, because Triumph deserves a celebration, man.
Oh, and speaking of that,
Oh, we got aguas. Happy. Oh, GoPro says battery is over. That's kind of perfect. Thanks, buddy. Good morning. There's Z. I'm pretty cozy. There's all my shit. We brought too much. There's my sweet bed. Nice breeze coming through. Woodsies. Pretty good. I mean, we could make a pour over, dude. I got the Java drip. Pretty good campsite for the first night, I gotta say. This is an important thing to document. There's my food. It's coming down. Have a damn cup of coffee. Z is good with ropes.
Rope trick.
Looks like a bear got into the food bag. I said, looks like a bear got in the food bag. Looks like he's trying to organize the food. This is not common behavior found in the wild. So this is my windscreen. I'm good at bushcraft. My water's boiling in there. And that's my breakfast. Look at that. It will be anyways. We got some coffee. Got a breakfast. Ooh. It's close enough, right, everybody?
You okay?
Yeah. Let's go leave a mark. That first candle. I mean, I packed a damn handkerchief in the pot.
Or just
Yeah, just to grab the pot when it's on.
You okay?
Yeah. I caught it on film, I think. At least, I mean, my screaming. So, burn my finger, everybody. It's not too bad.
That's for one thing of coffee.
What? This?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I like strong coffee. Hell yeah. I actually don't have any other podcasts besides Dan Carlin, so you are on the hook if you want more podcast varieties.
Well, don't get me wrong, I'm interested.
Yeah. No, but there's I mean, certainly easy to fall asleep to. I mean, he does a good job, but he has the narrative structure of his podcast is lacking for me. It's all over the place, you know?
Yeah,
Because he talks so much about...
You just have to pay attention to my third sidebar.
Yeah, it's context and commentary the entire time, and it's hard to follow a specific narrative that he's trying to inform you about, you know?
Yeah.
I lead with some tidbits, but I do not have an arc, you know? Which I think is kind of his point, is you can't tell history in these grand, you know, big whitewashed kind of tales.
It's nice at times.
Right? But yeah, it's Rashomon, man. It's, you know, there's two sides to every story. Well, there's a side for every observer.
Yeah.
Breakfast. We set up the hammock. Hi, everybody. Now we're camping. I got it. No, exactly, yeah. Holy shit, it's still running. Still recording. Hour and 12 minutes. Check out this sweet setup. We got the gray water straight from the middle of the lake, dangling down to the Sawyer filter, peeing right into my pot. Make some soup. 1%. Can you actually record anything with 1%? We set up this cool little situation here. Little wind block, little rain block.
Set it up just right. I'm gonna go post my rain flag.
Yeah, no, I mean it's starting to sprinkle, so we're all nice and cozy. Listen to hardcore history. Got a pretty okay view. Little slanty shanty. The hammock is gonna get wet. Maybe I'll take it down. Burp. Goodbye. Deal with it. It's charging. How can it be a low battery?
Yeah, give me both.
We're getting a little rain, so we're in the slanty shanty. Probably gonna have to cook dinner under here. Got our little fire pit covered up so we can keep our tinder. And now the rain just stopped, so let's go fishing.
Maybe testing an anchor and fishing.
God did not want us to go. Are you getting a phone call right now?
No, I have my phone on so
Okay.
I can activate podcast.
I was gonna be pissed.
Yeah, I've got service. I've heard.
We could order a pizza.
US Cellular. $50.
I'm getting some rain on my toes. It feels really nice. Oh, I think the battery's gonna die. I got a rock for a poof. Boundary Waters.
Where you are, even from your garage.
It's rainy.
Home office. Well, I'll share this with you.
We're pretty dry though.
That is
We're good. I switched into my neoprene socks though, so I can stick my feet out. My feet are kind of cold. Frog dogs. Yes. Frog man. The frog man cometh. Oh, he's going full frog suit. Thanks God. Still pretty nice though. I'm having a good time. Slanty Shanty. It's a good place to be. Look at this frog man. Look at him frogging out. Look at this. Look at this frog man. Z is protected. Yeah, no, I'm getting a little chilly. Might put some socks on under my neoprene socks. Still got a good view though. Still raining. We listen to a loud podcast, and since I made fun of Z, I'm putting on my frog suit now. You want to film me putting my frog suit on, Z, and make fun of me? Dog suit. Oh, I feel froggy. Oh, frogging. Frogging. Straight frog. We're the frog boys. Said it's kind of dark in here, I guess. But I'm gonna make some dinner. Right? Come here, show it, baby. Take it off. What do we got? Oh, Three Sisters stew. And a pouch. Beef stroganoff. And also a pouch. Bare naked. That's when I started my video. So, it is Monday? Tuesday. Is it? Yeah. It's Tuesday. I didn't do anything today because I felt bad. And so Z had to take care of camp. We did not depart from Grandpa Island because I was being a little bitch. And my tummy hurt. It is Grandpa Lake. Not a very good narrator. But we're still here. I cuddle up in my sleeping bag for like most of the day. It's probably like 2 or 3 o'clock. Maybe even a little later. But I feel better now. So that was boring. Still pretty beautiful. Oh, it rained a lot last night, so we got to truly test our waterproofness. Did you get wet at all in your tent, man? Nice, dude. I'm very happy about that. I was a little concerned since I don't think you'd even set it up before. Or maybe you did in your, yeah. So, kicked ass. And of course, you know, the tarp tent's not gonna steer me wrong. I'm so cozy. Grandpa Lake. Final day. They're called barch trees. Gonna make a fire.
4:30.
Heck yeah.
Fire.
Oh, I'm not taking no for an answer this time.
How much hand sanitizer did you use?
0 hand sani to start, because we have so much birch paper. But I did use half a fat wood stick.
Half of one.
Yeah, but I feathered it up, like, so it's... Dude, we're good.
A lot of surface area.
Oh, yeah. I am the god of hellfire! Fire?
Destroy all you've done. Who is that?
That was the god of hellfire. Mephistopheles.
It's not Asmodeus.
Hephaestus?
And I mean, we traveled 5 minutes and found
Yeah, there's so much birch up here. Alright.
so much what?
Barch. I think it's going.
I think it is.
That was easy. This is the first day. Totally. Still the first day. Easy fire. Rocking and rolling. Totally not the third day. There's a fire band. Yeah. That's the ticket.
Flying Japanese sand tigers.
Look at that. Hey, we should throw those stakes on here since it's the first day and all. We'll get back to you on that. Sorry, buddy. No more stakes. Where's my fish, dude? What are you even doing all day?
I mean, yeah,
But I get to smell toxic coffee fumes all day.
Is it toxic?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, you get coffee or popcorn log. What's from yeah, it's called diacetyl. It's like a common byproduct in like fermentation and stuff too. But yeah, that's what causes, and it's like a buttery. That's how you. It's an off flavor in beer when you're brewing beer, and you can taste it because it tastes like butter.
Oh.
And yeah, the people who work in the, you know, Orville Redenbachers, they get the old popcorn lung is what it's called. Well, ooh, I'm gonna have to shed a couple layers. Plus, yeah, buddy. Woo! I feel warm already. This is one of those fires you sit next to, not in front of.
Yeah.
I mean, I was getting some footage.
Noises. Camp sounds. Big beat.
Thing last night. We're about to do.
We're not doing this whole thing.
We'll do how long we get through.
No, I'm not reading. Like, you don't even start until. Jesus.
Start reading. You're Wally Shawn. Get into character.
I've never even seen any of this.
You're the guy. You're Inconceivable from
I don't think that means.
Princess Bride. Yeah, you're that guy. You're that actor playing Wallace Shawn, playing himself, who's like kind of a fledgling playwright actor in New York, going to meet his friend, who's this old rich guy he kind of can't stand, who's been off gallivanting, seeking, and doing God knows what, and people are worried about him.
This whole thing.
Yes, you are. You're Wally Shawn. Your part is so small, dude. Wait till I have to read the Andre bits.
We gotta get to it.
Think about how much of this is going to troll Vic, though.
But it's trolling me in the process. I don't know how I feel.
But you also get to experience one of the greatest, screenplays ever written, maybe.
Now that maybe is the just hold off for.
For me, it's one of the greatest. This is in the top 10. Absolutely. Start reading.
The whole idea of meeting him made me nervous. I'm gonna start there, so that then.
You don't want to, the comedy part at the beginning, the life of the playwright. Yeah, you should start it right, though. Do you want me to read Wally and Andre?
Let me just hold off for us. Just turn off the GoPro for a moment.
Okay, it's off.
It's not. I can see that it's not, dude.
The off light is on.
49, 150, 151.
Yeah, that's counting how much longer until I turn it on.
This is just gonna take a long time.
It is. What else do we have to do? Didn't you have to read aloud in class?
Yeah, I hated it, but it's.
This is a good thing for you to do then. This is going to be character. You want to talk about character building? Yeah, buddy.
Character building, like.
We could have been. You could have been done with your Wally section by now.
There's no way.
Dude, it's not that hard. Read it fast. You don't have to inflect. Just get the words out. Just start. The life of a playwright is tough. So beautiful out here.
Can't I just read like parts of it and you like, stitch it together?
Read the script. They practiced this for months. They did. They made it. This is one of those things that they practiced so hard to make it seem improvised, and they did a good job. Without further ado,
If you can explain how this is going to troll Vic, like.
because okay, so we are gonna put on our little Boundary Waters movie, right? Of like, here's what we did, you know. And in the middle of it, we're gonna have the entire My Dinner with Andre by the fireside. How is this not the greatest idea? And also, dude, I kind of want to share this movie with you. You know?
Like, by not seeing.
In a great, like, man, if I got to experience it this way, oh, it's almost as good as the real thing, probably. You don't get that cinematography in those. Like, the very end has some beautiful cuts and, like, some of the just trick of the camera stuff. It's like, whoa. What? And it's such a touching movie. Like, the Andre's story, like, even though you hate him because he's like a new agey guy, like, I think, and then you get to be Wally, who rebuts Andre's new wavy bullshit with like cold hard reality.
A thing at the beginning and a thing at the end.
Basically. Yeah, you have 15% of the words to read.
So many more percent than I would like to read.
This is My Dinner with Andre.
Why is this also in the Plop blog?
Because that was the best transcript I could find of it. That was cleanest. It's just some dude, his favorite movie, so he sat there and he watched it and he wrote it down. It's much better than any of those screenplay sites that has like the, yeah.
He just wrote it down.
Mm-hmm. And it would load as a single page that I could cache. And now.
I reserve the right to bail out of this midway through.
Absolutely. It might get super boring. It is fucking beautiful.
Why am I staring at a screen?
You could have been so done with your part, and you could be just listening to Andre's fables. Oh yeah, buddy. Wait till you hear what he gets into. I believe it starts the life
Something
of
like
a playwright.
It's tough. So we talked a while about my writing and my acting and about my girlfriend Debbie. And we talked about his wife Chiquita and his 2 children, Nicholas and Marina.
And I'd stayed back.
Finally, I got to ask him what he'd been up to in the last few years. Wally, I'm just dying to hear it.
Really?
Really. At first,
Oh,
you just take it.
conference on parenthetical theater work, and then there must have been about 5 years ago, and Gorkowski and I were walking along Fifth Avenue, and we were talking, you see, and he invited me over to come and teach that summer in Poland, you know, to teach a workshop to actors and directors and whatever, and I told him that I didn't want to come because really I had nothing left to teach and nothing left to say. I didn't know anything. I couldn't teach anything. Exercises meant nothing to me anymore. Working on scenes from plays seemed ridiculous. I didn't know what to do. I mean, I just couldn't do it. So he said, why don't you tell me anything you'd like to have if you did a workshop for me, no matter how outrageous, and then maybe I can give it to you. So I said, or 2 weeks later, he called me from Poland and said, well, 40 Jewish women, that's a little hard to find, but he said, I do have 40 women, and they all pretty much fit the definition. And he said that I also have some very interesting men, but you don't have to work with them. These are all people who have in common the fact that they're questioning the theater. They don't all play trumpet or the harp, but they all play an instrument, and none of them speak English. And he'd found me a forest, Wally. And the only inhabitants of the forest were some wild boar and a hermit. So that was an offer I couldn't refuse. I had to go. But, you know, it was a huge forest. I mean, the trees were so large that 4 or 5 people linking their arms around couldn't get around them. We were camped out beside the ruin of this tiny little castle, and we would eat around this great stone slab that served a sort of table, and our schedule was that we'd usually start work around sunset, and then generally we'd work until about 6 or 7 in the morning. And then because the Poles love to sing and dance, we'd sing and dance until 10 or 11 in the morning, and then we'd have our food, which is generally bread, jam, cheese, and tea, and we'd sleep from around noon to sunset. And now technically, the situation is a very interesting one, because if you find yourself in a forest with a group of 40 people who don't speak your language, then all your moorings are gone. I mean, I don't think the camera can hear you if you talk into the phone, but, well, what I had said, what we do is just sit there and wait for someone to have an impulse to do something. Now, in a way, that's something like a theatrical improvisation. You know, if you were a director working on a play by Chekhov, you might have the actors playing the mother, the son, and the uncle all sit around in a room and do a made-up scene that it isn't in the play. For instance, you might say to them, all right, let's say that it's rainy Sunday afternoon on Soren's estate, and you're all trapped in the drawing room together, and then everyone would improvise, saying, you know, and doing what their characters might say and do in that circumstance. Except that in this type of improvisation, the kind that we did in Poland, the theme is oneself. So you follow the same law of improvisation, which is that you do whatever your impulse as the character tells you to do, but in this case, you're the character. So there's no imaginary situation to hide behind, and there's no other person to hide behind, and what you're doing, in fact, is you're asking the same questions that Stanislavski said the actor should constantly ask himself as a character. Who am I? Why am I here? Where do I come from? And where am I going? But instead of applying them to a role, you apply them to yourself. You say, you see? They understood what it was about. I mean, and then, of course, poses a question of what it was about. But and they filled the castle with flowers, and it was just a miracle of light because they had literally set up hundreds of candles and torches. I mean, no church could have looked more beautiful. There was a simple ceremony, and one of them played the role of my godmother, and another played the role of my godfather, and I was given a new name. They called me Yendrush, and some of them, the people, took it completely seriously, and some of them found it funny, but I really felt as if I had a new name. And then we had an enormous feast with blueberries picked from the field and chocolate, and someone had gone a great distance to buy, and raspberry soup and rabbit stew, and we sang Polish songs and Greek songs, and everybody danced for the rest of the night. Can I get a to know what it means to be truly alive? Now that's very frightening, because with that comes an immediate awareness of death, and that's pretty scary. But I really felt as if I were floating above the ground, not walking, and I could do things. Battery. Good morning, Grandpa Lake! We're about to head out. And yeah, this is gonna be our last day on Grandpa Lake. And I washed my face and my head a little bit. Feels really good. We're packed up. It's probably like 9 a.m. or something. And we're gonna go do our 2 portages and get on Big Sag. Find our final resting place. Maybe not the right way to put it. But part 2, my dinner with Andre, coming up. You're ruining the shot.
I don't care. I need my stuff.
Okay. Oh, I got more stuff if you need more stuff, buddy.
Oh no, it seems like I have more stuff.
Oh. Well, I think it's because we're all disorganized now, Everything was packed up so neatly. And now, what happened? Ooh. But yeah, this pack's not getting any lighter. Oh, I missed you getting in the boat. You ready to say goodbye to Grandpa Lake?
Goodbye, Grandpa Lake.
That's pretty good.
Place to be marooned.
Not bad. All right, I'm gonna do my boat and stuff. I don't think you need to watch that though. I'm back on Grandpa Lake because I forgot Z's fishing pole, so I had to take a little solo trip back from our portage. But Z is carrying my bags over the portage now, so all I have to do is carry the light ass canoe and his fishing rod. So I might forget something at our next campsite. Instant karma got me. I made it back to the portage site. Z has yet to come get my bags, and getting out of the portage I kind of slipped and got half of my entire body wet. So, shouldn't have said that stuff earlier. Sorry. Okay, this is Roy Lake, everybody. There's Z.
Nope.
We really should have filmed this portage. There's the rocks that we just had to climb through with the boats on our heads. This one had some mud in it, like some real swampy leech mud. So we're gonna check for leeches. I'm gonna eat a Cliff Bar, and then we're gonna kill Roy Lake. Oh, are you all right, man? Oh, injury.
No, it's just it snagged an already injured bit.
That's rocky out here. We have reached Big Sag. This is Big Saganaga. This is gonna be where we find our final campsite. And we still have to go get our boats through what we thought was gonna be an easy portage. Ha. Ha.
Finding it.
Ha ha ha. Oh, we'll see how easy it is getting our canoes through there too. It's still kind of gross. But we're glad to be on the other side of that fucker, that's for sure. Hygiene. Gonna get leeches. I can feel them squirming. This is where you get leeches. There we go. Now we do it again with a boat. But that's our short portage. We're at a new campsite. I'm gonna put my tent over right there, I think, in that sunny spot. I'm talking to the GoPro because I'm a weirdo. Z's got a maybe even nicer spot over there. I don't know whose is flatter, neither are perfect.
Yeah, mine's still on the same kind of slope that I had before, but I'm just going to keep my head at the top.
We had a pretty big day today. We're tired. There were a lot of full campsites, so we had to keep paddling.
Brad wouldn't let me take over anything.
Nope. No, we did not didn't marauder anyone tonight. We found our own spot. And I think we're a little bushed. But we're still gonna do take 2 of my dinner with Andre. Doesn't really do it justice. Couple of bear bags.
I'll test it.
Yeah. Feel better. How's my hair? We are on Camper's Island, and we will be doing our final camp. And yeah, that looks like the best site you've had yet. Easily. You're looking very level, very secure, shaded. And if I want to, I might move my site up onto the exposed barren rock here. I don't know though, I'm pretty cozy. And I don't know if that's much flatter, so. Items. Thank you. Oh, I had a stick as well. You can keep that stick. You don't even need a campsite, man. You just curl up in this moss here. Looks cozy. Found a rock. Rainy day. Making the best of it.
Yeah.
I got a blob wheel. Not too bad. Your hair's looking good, actually. It looks much better than it did the other day. Yeah. Vic could be right there in the corner. Man, we got room in here. Where you at, brother? Yeah, we could all be sitting on the cot. I mean, this thing does have a weight limit. Did you see this mosquito? Did you see him? Look at this dumb fuck. You can't get in here, you bitch. Try it. Yeah. We're safe. Feels good to be safe. Safety. Camping in the rain. Start with our kick-ass fire here. Still got 50% battery. And I'm gonna try to clip the GoPro to my boat tomorrow so we capture most of the journey back. 3.5 miles to home, or until we get picked up. And then, you know, like a 500 miles or however the fuck long. 8 hours. But bright and early tomorrow we depart from Campers Island, which is this place with the big fire. It's a rocky island, the Campers Island. It's kind of hard to get on and off of. Hard to go down to the lake and just like rinse your stuff out, but that's okay. It's easy to defend, as Z would say. This is my home. Yeah, well, no, they're probably gonna meet us with a truck, dude.
Oh.
Yeah. That's my imagination.
Yeah, and if there's a dock down there, then
Yeah.
we'll just get off. So.
Yeah, I think that's it. Well, we'll figure that out. Worked out really well. Quilt on a cot, super comfy. Ultra luxe. I'm ridiculous. Drying out his frog suit there on a line. Drying out the tarps, the terps. Terp Nation over here on these rocks. And yeah. This is our rocky shore. Of course not. Your rain fly weighs like 4 pounds, dude. It will never fly away. This is our... Oh, here's my cap. Look at that. Sometimes you lose things out in the woods. Put that puppy on. That's better. All right. It's really cold and rainy. We have to get up and go. Fucking do it. Those are our conditions. It won't be too bad. But I'm not looking forward to getting in the boat in this. Gotta take my shoes off. Alright, babies. We're coming to get you. Or at least to come back home. Yeah, it's a wibbly. There's a gigantic what? Oh, a spider. Get it. Look at him saving the spider. What a good boy. All right. We made it.
Yep.
I don't think I captured the very end of it, but this is it. Metamorphize as what?
You should really add like some O Fortuna, really dramatic.